guys, IKhanWhisper here, playing some Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. So I've been looking forward to trying this, but haven't gotten around to it until now. So it's an RPG game where the battles are done using Gwent, the Witcher card game, which I've also never tried out before, so it'll be double new. But yeah, let's give it a try here. Player seeking a moderate challenge. Alright. We're battle hardened. We got this. Yeah, I've seen some very good reviews about this game, so. The year 1267, war hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Maeve, the queen of the twin realms, Lyria and Rivia, know the name, heard her beauty extolled, justly so. Remarkable she was, not for her racial exterior, but persistence and courage. Where was I, as the queen and her retinue neared her capital? Count Caldwell appeared. In Maeve's absence, the count must have helped her son, Prince Willem, run the kingdoms. Alright, I did a decent job keeping up with that narration there. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers. It's weird. His neck red and chafed from a rough, starched, stiff. Is it talking about his collar? That's a weird way to word that. Oh, look at their little mouths moving. His mustache flapping in the wind. Hail, your majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope. Yes, at its end, letters were exchanged, documents signed, paper. Time will tell of what value. And it is actually voice acted, it seems, so I'm gonna just turn the sound off for now, because since I'm reading it for you guys, it's a little bit distracting. That will suffice as cordialities. Cordial. Yeah. Go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out. Indeed, your grace, another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Spala, the bandits, I was to tend to during your grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear. Alright, settle down, Caldwell. Steady, Caldwell. Come now, deep breath. Alright, speak. What has happened? Be precise. As your grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandit's tail. Tails 4 long. Okay. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Lokeren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions, and ridden to Hawksburn. I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors, that is where they station. So the gold, all of it, stolen, your grace, but I I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be your grace's wish. After weeks in the saddle, your grace's wishes are modest, a hot bath, and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You, send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain, make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country. I confess Prince Philip has much to learn. Yes, and very little time. Man, they did that real quick. Alright, we're in the tutorial now. It's kind of like that King's Bounty type controls here, where you're just walking around on the over a map like that. That's what it reminds me of. We'll see how the battles play out. Alright, follow the cobblestone. And away we go. You'll expand your army throughout the game, but to do so you must collect gold, wood, and recruits. Okay. So yeah, based on like what you do in the overmap and like decisions you make and stuff affects what cards you have available. So explore everything. Alright, what do we do to interact? Right click it is. Alright, so we gotta make sure that I guess it shows what you can interact with, at least. That's nice. Nothing super hidden. Milka, they stretched her over a fire. Oh wow, that's not nice. Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Oh, we have a treasure map now. Okay, a little cabin in the woods. Alright. Alright. My character's just awkwardly like pacing around her. I wasn't even clicking anything. She was just circling her like a shark. Alright. Don't think there's anything over here. Oh wait, never mind. More wood. So I guess I do have to get a little bit close to it. Oh, we picked up 9 recruits on the road there. Alright, let's see if we can spot oh, that looks like exactly where that treasure is. There we go. Very easy. Because it's the tutorial, of course. An obstacle blocks our path. We need to spend resources. That's interesting. Okay, Your Majesty, it seems someone's felled an old oak, which now blocks the road. Unfortunately, our wagons cannot go around it. How do you wish to proceed? So we could have the loggers sorted out. We leave 25 gold and 50 wood. Or have the workers do, and I guess one soldier just dies randomly. Let's spend the money. Alright. Any nice resources tucked away here? I'm not sure what the range on where we'll see. Ooh, not all are marked. Some events cannot be predicted. Count Caldwell rode at the golem's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed. Your Majesty, bandits, there at the tree line. The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Maeve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry. Attack! Charge! So we're gonna get a taste of combat here. Maeve was convinced the bandits would flee to the cover of the forest upon realizing their grave mistake. After all, no ordinary bandit would dare attack the retinue of a queen. Yet the strays of Spallow were of a different breed. They held nothing sacred. They had weird wolf-type masks on. Okay, unique cards may appear. Alright, let's see how this works. Alright. Typical card game layout here. Okay. Also, we have 2 rows, the melee and the ranged. And abilities can change depending on where we play them. That's interesting. A standard battle can last up to 3 rounds. The first to win 2 rounds wins the whole match. Oh, that's different for sure. Players alternate their turns. You can play only 1 card, but you can use any number of abilities. The player who goes first is the same who initiated the battle, and we were ambushed, so they're gonna go first. Move 1 unit. What did that do? Move 1 unit to the row. Oh, it's not done teaching me. The strength of each unit you play adds to your army's total strength. Oh, and you just want to have the most strength to win, so you just play your biggest guys, I guess. Armor absorbs damage, yep. So that guy, what, he has 10 strength, that guy's 5 and 3. Most cards have an ability of some kind. Play a copy of each adjacent unit from your deck. That needs to be deployed already, right? Boost self by 5. Boost what? Strength. Okay, deploy. Oh wait, to damage an enemy by the number of cards on this row, including self. So I want to put. Oh, you don't get to drag it. Alright, that was our 1 turn. That's different coming from like Hearthstone and things like that. Alright. Scythemen have the loyal ability. This means that their other abilities are activated every time you use Maeve's ability. Okay. How do we select the leader? Oh, I guess she can boost a unit's strength and add armor to it. Okay. So we'll select her and we'll super buff our guys here. Boom. Look how strong they are. Just some random peasants with a scythe. And now they're the strongest guys on the battlefield. spawn some more peasants for us. So are these guys gonna ever fight? You're just trying to get the biggest number or something. Okay, when you've played all your cards, the end turn button will turn into a pass button. When you pass, you will not be able to perform any actions. Okay. Oh, you've toned it down for that one. The player whose army has the most strength points at the end of a round will win the round. So, do they never actually fight? You're just like strategically placing them. That's different, for sure. So now we just start over from nothing. That's a lot different than I was expecting. Okay. Just play that guy up there. That's not very nice. Let's make this guy, there we go. Both of them super strong. Who do we want to shoot? Oh, I guess. Is there any reason to not put them on the same row? I guess not yet. Like that could have done a little bit more damage. Alright, well, this seems simple enough. Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly, Mev said. Arms crossed atop her shining breastplate, they've grown bold, doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road before, Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze. Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come. The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalest close behind, and following in the rear, the bandits pounding chains. Guess we get to loot the battlefield there. That's interesting that it puts a little battlefield with bodies and things to loot down. Ah, I do adore this prospect. Yes, Lyria, the pearl of the north, with its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen. After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. Alright. You have to pitch a camp. Okay. We have to pitch a tent. There we go. Alright, we're gonna expand our army, upgrade them. Enter the workshop. raise your army's recruit cap. Alright. Okay. Your deck must contain a minimum of 25 cards while not exceeding your recruit cap. Okay, we can graph a Wagenberg card. That, a machine. Okay. Damage all units on an enemy's row by this unit's armor amount. Then lose all armor. Gain 1 armor whenever a card appears on this row. And when does that take place? Oh, when I think that's when I use my hero ability, right? Alright. Let's recruit one of those. What is it? A little wagon with an archer on it. Okay. And we are at the max now. You can talk to your companions in the mess tent. Let's see what's going on. A bit of respite, Reynard. Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready yet. At ease, Reynard. At ease. I don't even know who that is. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one. A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince has but 16 summers to him, and is thus fully grown, the crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what it's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked. We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances, offense beyond his control. Would that it were so, Reynard, would that it were so. Elsewise, we must hope and says will demonstrate more wit than his brother, though I see little chance of that either. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company, swapping tales with the innkeep even? Your concern I most appreciate, Your Grace, but I prefer silence. Has it always been thus with you, ever a man apart? Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth I gloried in company, delighted in conversation. So what was it that changed you? That delight nearly cost me my head, but do you truly not know the tale, my lady? How I came to be your departed husband's aid? I don't, but would gladly hear it. I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted, yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant, nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he blundered like a schoolboy. Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune. It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with majesty. The court-martial took about a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you I can always use at my side. Indeed, though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded. It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust. And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed. Trust none of them, Maeve, save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard, truly. Alright, so we got a little bit more deeds there. Oh, okay, that guy just tells us stats for some reason. Okay. What's going on at the command tent? The royal tent. Your Highness, artisans from Grabador, no, the opposite of that, Gradabor, have prepared a new tapestry pattern for the throne room. I've included an engraving of the design. You will be pleased with it, I hope. A Cyntrian lion, inherited from King Gorum I. Bared fangs offer stunning realism, and the ancestral sword of the Delans of Temeria appears as if forged in the very depths of Mahakam. I've no doubt it shall prove the castle's latest masterpiece. We eagerly await your return, my lady. Alright. Dear Maeve, you've my gratitude for attending the summit. What luck we did not put off meeting any longer. From what my men say, armies on the march are kicking up a veritable dust storm across the Yaruga. Come what may, remember, you have my full and unconditional support. Noted increased Nilfgaardian activity in foothills of Amel Mountain and near Reedbrunn. Ambassador claims routine training exercises. Number of troops, quality of equipment indicate otherwise. Recommend strengthening border forces and tripling patrols along Yaruga. The Strays of Spala, a bandit group formed after revolt in the dungeons of Spala Castle. Mainly pickpockets, racketeers, cutpurses, assassins, armed with slings, daggers, instruments of torture stolen from Spala, like headmen's axes, saws, hammers. Clever and bolder than common bandits. Attack heavily armed convoys, noblemen's mansions, unable to determine identity of the group's leader. And that's all that's going on right there. So, let's get back on the road. Can I move around? What's it want to say? with us. Your army's morale can change. Neutral morale has no impact on cards, whereas low morale lowers each unit's strength by 1, and high increases it by 1. That's very interesting. Okay, so choices affect morale. To increase it, make an offering at a wayside shrine. After victorious battles, morale returns to neutral. Also, what the heck are these things? Oh, those like... what are they, corpsers? I don't know what they're called. Something. Okay, so we're in good spirits. Right before these little undead guys. Whatever is this filth? Necrophages, that's it. Drawn here by blood scent. Yeah, it's not good that they're walking around. Who are these travelers whose bodies now litter the roadside? They had the look of pilgrims who found misfortune after crossing paths with the strays of Spala. The bandits had slit their throats, leaving the bodies to rot under the sun. They'd likely have known the stench would attract the attention flesh-hungry scavengers, thus exposing the next passers-by to a horrific death. Clearly, this realization hadn't bothered them in the slightest. Alright. So let's fight some monsters. A trophy is a unique type of card, and you can have only one in your deck. I guess it's that. The trophy will automatically appear on the battlefield. The Lyrian Banner, permanent resilience. Whenever Maeve uses her ability, reduce her cooldown by 1. That's cool. He destroys the highest enemy. Wow, that's mean. Your rows are now covered in fog, which is just one of several row effects. Okay. What does fog do? Every turn on turn start, damage the highest unit on this row by 2. Wow, that sucks. Boost a unit by 10. Are we able to use this? Guess not. Deathwish, summon a copy of this unit from your deck. But how do you kill things if you just don't really attack? Okay, carrion eaters. Oh, they're powerful after they've eaten. Use fortify toward your deck to boost the strength. Okay. He's super strong now. Boom. I can't stop him now. Alright, we'll put him back here. We'll shoot this guy. Alright. Yeah, I thought the combat would be kind of similar to like Hearthstone or something where any other card game I've played really where you're actually directly attacking. But this is I don't know what's going on down here. Oh, I guess I've won one time. No, he has it too. I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. The trophy will stay on the battlefield between rounds because it has a resilience ability. graveyard. So they're just gonna keep getting more powerful. Oh, he has a range of 2. Okay. So I need to put him up here so that he can shoot. That's interesting. But our hero ability is so strong with these scythemen. But they're getting super strong. And I wonder if they die now. Like on the next turn, if we didn't win this one, would they just consume this and get triple as strong? Ooh. He ate our strong guy. Yeah. Not gonna win this one. The game's like trying to tell me to lose. If a round isn't going your way, it might be best to pass your turn and save your strength. Okay, so do we get to preserve a card or something? So yeah, there's no coming back from that one, so just let him waste that strength, but he preserved his as well. Okay, so now it's all tied up. And he used his abilities, hopefully it's on cooldown here, but who knows. Deploy, give 1 charge to all units with depleted order. Okay, synergies. Play Wagenberg on the melee row. The ability of this card becomes more powerful with each additional unit that is played in that row. Okay, cards of the order ability can be activated manually at any time. Okay. Okay, damage all units on an enemy row by this unit's armor. Pretty cool. Play an Arblast. And did so you can keep using the order. Okay, so we'll put it there. I don't know, hit this guy. Let me click on him. We'll just hit that guy. Reinhardt's ability allows you to reactivate the order. Boom. Got him. Okay, your opponent has run out of cards and you have advantage. Your victory is assured, so you can either pass or play out your glorious triumph. Alright, we gotta play out that glorious triumph there. Make Reinhardt even stronger. Oh, I guess I could have buffed this and it would have done even more damage earlier in the match. guys are made out of wood. Which doesn't make sense. My beloved, please write as soon as you reach the temple. I know only 2 weeks have passed, but my heart weighs heavy with thoughts of you. Our home feels empty without you. I hope our offering, though modest, will please the Mother Goddess. With her blessing, we shall have a child at long last. I've no doubt that you'll make as loving a father as husband. Please be vigilant and return to me soon. I don't think that's happening. Unfortunately. What's this guy got going on? Many trees we've felled, milady. Might you have need of them? If so, take whatever your heart desires. Oh, sweet. Gave us some wood. What's going on over here? Just some money hanging out. Oh, that's definitely something over here. Boom. Boom. Getting lots of money. Discovering signposts unlocks the ability to fast travel. Okay, that's cool. So I guess there'll be a reason later to travel between them. Was anything back here? Or did the game start like right here? I guess we can try this out, right? Can we actually go further back from where we started? And is there anything up here? No. Worth a shot though, right? It looked more impressive on the map than it does when you're actually walking the road. Alright, here we go. That's a tiny little signpost. Got one more thing to loot over here. Alright, what's he need? The mask they wear. Yeah, those weird dog wolf masks. Like a right proper nightmare. So fancy. Alright. We will surely thrash those bandits. Pick up some more recruits here. Boop. And something important is going down here. Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun. Your Majesty, Count Caldwell. Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report. The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid, yet our courtesy ain't inspired 'em. They ain't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for 'em. Should have 'em jabbering right quick. I'll speak to them first. Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper. Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them. Bow low before your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia. Have mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt. We subjects, not slaves. Maeve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb grabbed it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub. My, we shall be addressing one another by name afore long. This is an outrage. Guards, grab him. I've all in hand Caldwell. Caldwell he's too dang fancy with that collar, and too feisty. Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, no-how. Nonsense. You have a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man? Helmer, son of Florence. Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I'm in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits, whom do they follow? Him, milady, we seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call him. He's just some dog duke. That's not very impressive. My, a blue blood, thoroughbred mutt. Where he and his hounds bound, did he say? They call him Imogen. What did he name? A Clayton or a Summit? Clayton, Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south. Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once. Milady, harbor no ire for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had. Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them? Alright. Also, some decisions will have consequences later in the story. Reminds me of the Telltale games. What would you do? So these people actually aided the bad guys or something is how this is going, right? So they helped the bad guys somehow, the bandits. Alright, we'll do that. Would be mean, right? But that's convenient for us. Whipping them would just be mean and piss them off. But this would also piss them off. Alright, we're gonna do that. The Duke of Dogs fed you, so you've strength enough to carry arms, and as he gave you coin, you've no need of pay from the realm's coffers. Sergeant, all men of 15 summers or more will join our ranks at once. They'll serve 5 years. No, milady, no. 'Tis mere weeks to harvest. Who will tend the fields? Oh, that's unfortunate for them. We took all the men. Maeve set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones. They're not too happy about that. But, I mean, the game was saying that they did, help the enemy, so how do we get up there at that? That looks like a nice treasure. Notice boards are a good source of information. guess we gotta eventually make our way around. Such as, I guess, pointed out areas of interest on the map. But, did we get recruits? Yeah, looks like we got a handful. But, yeah, I guess this is a good place to stop. I don't know if I'll actually do a let's play of this. It might take a real long time, and we have a lot of other games already in the works. But just want to share my first impressions of it as I tried it out here at the beginning. It seems pretty cool. The card combat system is a little bit different than I was expecting. I guess I could have looked at how Gwent works, but a little less exciting than the direct attacking of other card games I've played, but I'm sure there'll be lots of different cards and mechanics to spice things up down the road. Well, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time.